I guess. Listen to this British lady talking about why does the far right hate fact checkers? Well, for the same reason that bugs hate raid. For the same way cockroaches hate it when you turn on a light. They scatter. See, Republican politics is about ignorant people. And it's about scaring white people about things that may or may never happen in the future. I looked at something earlier where Trump was talking about like death penalty for drug dealers, and he was talking about how like Singapore does it, more death penalty. A couple of things. If you look, Singapore has a pretty high standard of living. America doesn't. A lot of America doesn't. Second thing, Singapore, I don't think it's as large as America. Third of all, they don't have guns. They don't have mass shooters every day. So, and it's probably not as much of a diverse population as well. I don't know. So you're talking about a country with people who live good. You're comparing them to people. We're looking at this whole thing right now with the wildfires, Canada wildfires, where Trump's not going to help them. In California, we're looking at all these mass shootings going on right now. We're looking at a bird flu. You know, Trump's going to fuck it up again. You're looking at a country that is not going to deal with problems. And you're comparing it to countries who subsidize their people and do things to help their people. And there's all kind of benefits and stuff that Americans couldn't dream of getting. So you're comparing people who live very good to people who in many areas are struggling. And then you're wondering why they're not the same. See, this is what Trump does, and this is what Republicans do. They'll give you something that's true, but then it's not even in the same universe America's in. Socially isn't the same. They're probably much more advanced than we are. They live longer than we do. Longer, probably population more educated than we are. And then you're saying, well, let's do what we do. And it's like, but you can't. You fool. Elon Musk just told these white people, Vivek just told you that your culture is garbage and that he thinks you're stupid. You're not as smart as Indians or whatever. And that he's going to bring them in because he thinks American culture is garbage. You're talking about billionaires telling the average working man they're stupid. And that you're not going to do anything to bring them up while we go into the next capitalist exploitation with AI and robotics and whatever, and bringing in the third world so that they can have a slave class. That's what this is. Basically a slave class of people who will work for free, who if they catch Vivek doing something wrong or illegal, guess what? He needs to deport them. You're talking about all of this. You're comparing it to a country that doesn't have to worry about such problems. Different economic system, different culture. People aren't worried about things that Americans worry about. You understand? This is why fact checking is so important, because they can just lie, and the average American will believe it. Whether it be Pizzagate, Little Green Men, cannibal pedophiles, Jewish space lasers. This is what they do. They dwell in lies because the Republican man doesn't want to have a discussion of what society could be. They want to attack other countries that they help to ruin. They want to disregard it because these kids don't learn labor history in America. These kids don't know who Eugene Debs was. These kids don't know what A. Philip Randolph is. These kids don't know anything. So you've got a country of people that don't know why you have a 40-hour work week, why you have a Clean Air Act. You have a nation of kids and adults that don't know why we have a certain general's warning on a cigarette packet and what it took to get that. So you're comparing countries that did that kind of stuff 100 years ago to our country, but we just started getting advances in the last 50 years. We were using asbestos. Black folks couldn't own homes in my mother's lifetime. Yeah. So this is what the Republican white male does. is they bury the lead. See how it works? They bury the lead. And then if that doesn't work, they'll just go and call you gay. Like Nancy Pelosi's husband, when he almost got beat to death by a man with a sledgehammer, they just called it gay. Trump called it gay, and for many people that was enough. Even after they released the video of him breaking in the house with a sledgehammer, he was gay. They just called him gay. That's their game. This is what their game is. They're the hostage taker, and they're willing to kill the hostage. Fact checkers are important because not only are they telling you the truth, but they're also, because Republican politics is about people not knowing the truth. You understand? It's about people not knowing, about strikes and why you had strikes and why certain things were done. So people are like, that's in the past. Not really. With the rise of AI, I think this is like the cotton gin, Eli Whitney with slavery. This is like that. This is a change. This is a massive change that will affect where we live. Like with the cotton gin, no longer need to have rough raw labor to do the same job. Same thing with AI. You understand? Same thing with this artificial intelligence. You will not need certain things, certain jobs, certain people will become less important. That's why. I mean, so much of what the Republican Party does and puts out is ugliness and cruelty, and it's about attacking our ancestors like when Martin Taylor Greene did a commercial talking about Joe Biden wants to continue the legacy of LBJ. I don't understand why she said that. This is why. Because people don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. If you don't have fact checkers to explain the way things have always been done, then they'll just buy into it. They'll buy into the new paradigm of lies that these billionaires are laying out. People don't know about the Roaring 20s. They don't know about the robber barons. They don't understand why we have antitrust laws, what a monopoly is. No one knows anything. This all happened before. No one understands what this means. And we're going to actually have men who are trillionaires. If you don't have fact checkers over the next few years, these white men are going to lie about what Kamala promised. She promised people in Pennsylvania where I met, she'd allow them to do fracking. She was saying that. Kamala talked about giving money to first-time home buyers. If you don't have fact checkers, these white men will just lie. And they'll just say that she'll just talk about her wanting to give sex changes to illegal immigrants. Because that's their game. You understand? That's their game. What Republican men do, is what they do. What they do is they'll take things that were debunked before I was born, and they'll run with it. Birds are fake. The snow is fake. The fog is fake. This is what they do. This is their game. So you need fact checkers. You need people to hold these folks accountable and to call them out when they tell these lies. Because if you don't, then they win off the ignorance of the average American. I hate to talk like that, but it needs to be said. Thanks for listening.